All right, honey, we are back with a quick little cute little queenly food reaction. And it's been a while since I've done this, but if you know anything about me, then you know I love me some chips. And I am a fan of the Rap Snacks. And I must do say, honey, Lil Baby's flavors be busting like no other. Especially that all in. Now, the original bag, the blue bag, woo, child, honey. It's like salt and vinegar chips on steroids. And beyond, honey, they even remind me of the Zap chips, okay? But we ain't here to talk about those. They just a root and a reference point to the ones that we are here to talk about. So, we're here to talk about the nachos. All in. So, it's still the all in flavor. But, instead of the tater chips, we got corn chips this time, as they put on there. Tortilla chips, okay? And so, with that being said, there's some cheese added to the equation. Now, that's the part that's concerning me. But I know how folks feel about they corn chips and nacho cheese. You know what I'm saying? I'm just curious to see how the cheese is going to play out with all the rest of the flavors that's in there. So, let's talk about all the flavors that's in there originally entered way. So, we got the salt, the vinegar, the barbecue, the onion, the garlic, the nacho cheese, and more is what they say, baby. And more. Now, I wonder what all that and more actually is. Because, baby, there's a lot of flavors. But, honey, they did that and did it well as it concerns the original bag. Now, let's see how it hits this bag. Corn chips, cheese added, and more, they say. Now, granted, the original bag says and more as well, but so I just do wonder if the and more is the same and more as the original bag, or is it another and more? Okay, anywho, child, let's get into tasting these chips. So, I opened this video with a bit of ASMR. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit more. Hold up, do a little shake it. And let me also say that the Rap Snacks, they do a pretty good job consistently with giving you an actual bag of chips and not a bag of air. They got a couple of chips in there. At least where I purchased mine from, they be on point. Okay, now, I'm going to stop all the yapping and get to the smacking. Okay, so I reckon I got to show y'all what the chip looks like. So, it looks like a slightly more elongated, not mini Dorito, but not life-size Dorito. That's not the right terminology. Okay, so you know you got the regular Doritos. You got the regular size Doritos, how they naturally are, right? And then you got the Dorito minis. The ones that come in like the long cup, like the Pringle cup. And then they also be in the munchie bag. It's the mini Doritos, right? So the size of the Lil Baby chip is like in between the regular size Doritos and the mini size Doritos. It's right in between. It's right in the middle. And just off looking at it, especially also holding it all up in the camera and everything, you can tell, I can tell, we can see, honey, that this chip is mighty flavory. Okay, so I hope it's as flavorful as it looks and seems. I'm going to smell it. I'm going to smell, ooh, ooh, woo, woo. Smells good. Now, all right, y'all waited long enough, and apparently so has my stomach. So let's get to it. Okay, honey. I didn't know exactly what to expect, so I didn't form any expectations, and I'm kind of glad that I didn't. But I kind of wish that the chips would have came out in that form first, so then it would make the blue bag, the original bag, hit extra hard, right? So I say all that to say. And so what I mean by that is, like, the chip is good. The chips are real good. Like, I continue to eat them even after I stop recording myself tasting like the first two. And the chip is good. I think it should be its own thing, though. I don't think it, well, I guess if it's made with all those flavors, then naturally they would put it in like the series of the all-in chips. But I honestly feel like that chip hits different and better if you go in with the understanding or like with the perception that it's a whole nother chip. And that's probably low-key, high-key, because it is a whole nother chip. Like, they literally use a whole nother type of chip for that particular addition, and then they also added cheese. So it does make a plentiful difference. So I can still taste the flavoring of the original all in, but the cheese being added is very overwhelming. I ain't gonna say very overwhelming, but it's overwhelming in comparison to the savoriness that you look for, or at least that I look for and expect when I eat a all-in chip or bag of all-in chips. So maybe he was making this one, or they were making this flavor, this particular edition, for the people who don't want to be kicked in the throat with savory flavor and stuff like that. And so if that's your thing, you would really prefer this edition of the all-in flavor, because don't get me wrong, now the cheese is good. The cheese is good. It just overpowers the like salt flavor, the vinegary flavor, and then too the corn chip itself. And that's what I was concerned about too when I first saw it. Corn chips themselves pack a lot of their own flavor, whether you like the flavor or not. Corn chips hold a lot of their own flavor already. And so trying to put other flavors on it and then also add cheese, I don't know the chemistry you have to do behind that, but it seems as though you have to add a lot. Like, you have to really be on it with your understanding of balancing flavors, because the corn chip can also be overwhelming in the way of the cheese. And like I said, don't get me wrong, because the chip is good. The chip is good just the way it is. It is beautiful, no matter what I say. Okay, so yeah, the chip is damn good. I just would have preferred, personally, if I could have got that good, savory kick to the throat that I was used to first, and then have the cheese just slide in and complement everything. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I can accept that extra corn flavor there, you know, that is new when you're used to the potato chip of it all. I also feel like potatoes do the best job at absorbing flavors, and the way that it more so kind of becomes what is added to it and on it. You know what I'm saying? Because like with corn chips, like I was saying, corn chips have their own kind of strong flavor, aroma, and all of that. And so when you put flavors on a corn chip, it's literally like you want to taste the corn chip with stuff on it, as opposed to you eating potato chips and the potato chips got stuff on it. It tastes like you eating that with the complement of, you know, whatever it is that the potato brings to the table. In simple terms, the corn chips are attention whores, and then the flavors are backup dancers to the corn chips. And then the potatoes know how to share the spotlight, and they know how to allow the flavors to take full reign. You know what I'm saying? Also, my mama really enjoyed the chips. I think she likes them more than me. But what I will say too is that I would love to have these chips, the all-in corn chips with the cheese and all of that. I would love to have them with some dip. I would love to use them to make nachos, or even accompany a taco salad or something. And I believe I will make that a mission of mine. And when I do, I might also do a video on it. Let y'all see, you know what I'm saying, the concoction, the different ways that these can be used. I feel like I was a little hard on them. You know, I stressed that they were good, but I just, I think I want to bring out the best of them for myself personally. You know, they may be fine just as to you. Like I said, my mama liked them more than I did, and like I said, I really liked them. Like I said, I continued to eat on them, and then I gave the rest to my mama because she seemed to get really excited about them. She likes the original ones too, but she seemed even more excited about the corn chip ones. But see, my mama like corn chips too, so there's that. I like corn chips too, but I just don't feel in love with the potato chip version. And honey, it's up. Okay. And I can sit and eat the corn chip version, like just as themselves out the bag. But the thing is, I just don't like when I'm eating something and it's real good, but at the same time, it's making me want more. Yeah? I want to eat it and be completely satisfied with what I'm eating. And it's also probably because I don't eat like how a lot of people do, like always mixing stuff together, like take a bite of this, take a bite of that, da 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 da. I don't eat like that. I eat one at a time. So whatever I'm eating one at a time. It has to be independent. It has to be independently satisfactory on its own. Baby. But yeah, tell me something. Tell me what you think. If you done had the chips, let me know what you think down in the comments. If you ain't had the chips and it's made you want to taste some, you go ahead and do that and then come on back through these Queen of Quarters with your review in the comments. Boo. Okay? And with all that being said, y'all, if I do say so myself, honey, I have milked this cow dry. And I'm thoroughly appreciative for the exchange of vibes. And if you're feeling synchronized, please do me a divine design and like, share, and subscribe so that you can be one of the first to be back through these queenly quarters for the next time. And be sure to bless my comment section with your questions and conversations. And as always, I bid you all light, love, healing, and liberation. Emphasis on liberation. Mwah.